guys, I'm a bit self-conscious because I'm in a car park. I'm in a very busy McDonald's car park, but I actually don't care because I've got my McDonald's Diet Coke. If you are a Diet Coke fan, you will know that McDonald's hits different. Actually, this isn't a Diet Coke though, this is a Coke Zero. I feel like Coke Zero is my favourite at the moment. But basically, this video is going to be your dating dilemmas, juicy questions that you've asked me, just, you know, my opinion, if it means anything. Basically about dating and life and stuff like that. And I'm really excited to film it. I feel like people are looking at me, but no one is looking at me, and no one actually cares. But anyway, let's do a little taste test. Hell yeah. I have screenshotted some questions that you guys have asked me, so let's just get right into it, why don't we? I've got a first question, okay? The boy I used to talk to has started to like my Instagram stories again, and I don't know what it means. Okay, hear me out. Okay, this is my opinion, right? It is very nice that he's liked your Instagram stories. Take it as a compliment, I'm sure you look very pretty. But quite frankly, it means absolutely nothing unless he gets his phone out and asks you out on a date. Some guys just love getting your attention, they love playing with your emotions, and it actually just means nothing. It just means that he liked your photo and that is it. I think it's hard because, like, I used to post on Instagram stories purely for a certain guy to see it, and then if he liked the photo, I was like, that's it, we're having marriage, we're getting kids, like, we're gonna get a house in the countryside. It actually means nothing. Genuinely means nothing, because if a guy actually wants to be with you, he'll make the effort and he'll ask you out on a date. Next question. I've put on a stone since being with my boyfriend. It's making me feel so insecure. I agree with you on every single level. And I have gained weight since being with Jacob. I absolutely have, because I'm happy. And because I'm healthy, and because when you're in a relationship, a lot of the time you just eat food. Like, when we go out on a date, we're not going to mini golf, we're going out for dinner, and at the end of the day, I'm eating because I'm happy and because I'm in a healthy relationship. And I'm like, you know what? I would rather eat and have a healthy relationship with food and gain a bit of weight than the opposite. Food for me is such a big part of my life, and I'm not going to stop doing that. Your boyfriend, if he's the right person for you, he literally will not care. Like, he won't even care. He will just want you to be happy, and he loves the inside of you, he loves the outside of you. And at the end of the day, you are going to fluctuate with weight. Like, when you have kids, you're going to gain weight, you're going to lose weight, you're going to gain weight again. And it's like, your boyfriend will love you throughout, and he will see you for who you are. And I understand why it makes you insecure, but like, it's made me feel a bit insecure, but because of that, I've bought new clothes that fit me, and I just feel confident because I'm happy and I enjoy my food. If I'm enjoying my life and it means that I gain a little bit of weight, then c'est la vie. I just don't know if I care. I'm loving this, guys. I feel like YouTube is my calling. Please give it a subscribe, a thumbs up, give me a comment, let me know what videos you want me to do in the future. I would absolutely love to do more. Okay, next question. Do you think the girl can/should bring up the what are we conversation? If so, how? Personally, in my opinion, I feel like the guy should bring it up. I think it's the guy's responsibility to move stuff forward. I think it's a lot of responsibility for a guy, but like, it is the guy's responsibility. Like, it just is. I think that in the past, when I've had to bring it up on the guy's behalf, it has eventually ended because they haven't liked me enough. That being said, a guy could just be really shy and they could not want the rejection. They might not be saying it because they don't want the rejection, but 9 times out of 10, if they're not bringing up the what are we conversation, then they don't even want the conversation. If a guy likes you, they will literally bring up the what are we conversation as quick as possible because they don't want anyone else to have you. When I was going out with Jacob at the very, very beginning, he literally could not have said it quicker because he just did not want me to get with anybody else. He will not be able to wait to show you off to his family, to his friends, to his siblings. Like, you want someone who will literally sit you down and be like, I want you to be my girlfriend, can we just do this? Do you know what I mean? No games. I just feel like if a guy is not bringing up the what are we conversation, then it's just a situationship. He's enjoying this life of you just being a girlfriend but not actually being a girlfriend. You want someone to want to wife you up. Do you know what I mean? Next question. A guy I'm talking to is taking so long to reply, what do I do? Doesn't matter if someone is the Prime Minister. Doesn't matter if someone's got the busiest job in the world. If they like you, they will message you quick. And not message you quick, it depends. If someone is literally a surgeon and they literally can't get to their phone, then fine. But if a guy actually likes you, he'll make the effort, or he will communicate and he'll tell you that I'm not going to be on my phone for a few hours, I'll speak to you later. In the past, when guys have taken long to reply, it's because they didn't like me. It's because they couldn't care less, you know? Like, you know as much as anybody. If you're chatting to somebody and you like them, you'll reply as quick as possible. You'll be thinking about that text the second you get that text through. Like, if a guy genuinely likes you, they will message you. You deserve a guy who will literally want to message you, call you, FaceTime you, voice note you, because you would do the exact same back. What do you think about contraceptives? It's so confusing. I have been on all the pills you can imagine. I've tried them all, but I feel like I'm just very susceptible to my emotions changing and hormones and stuff like that with the pill. Like, I feel like I'm quite sensitive, that's the right word. So when I tried the pills in the past, I've just become a moody bitch. And the pills, I was just so angry, and I just thought, you know what? Is it worth it? Is it actually worth it? I've been looking into the coil, but I've heard some absolute horror stories. So at the moment, I'm just using condoms, and I'm happy with that. I'm on sertraline, I'm on anti-anxiety medication, and like, I don't want any other thing in my body to change the way I'm feeling. Next question, this is juicy. How to feel confident being intimate with someone for the first time. I understand that at the start of a relationship, like when you're about to have sexy time, it's probably really exciting, it's riveting, it's like, oh my gosh, are we gonna have it tonight, are we gonna have it tomorrow? Like, oh my god, it's the most exciting thing in the world. But I understand that with that comes vulnerability. Like, you're literally naked with the person. Like, it is emotionally vulnerable, physically vulnerable. Like, I completely get it. Like, trust me, I have absolutely been there. But just because you're self-conscious, it doesn't mean that the guy isn't. He probably is. I feel like the guys are probably just as self-conscious as well. So I'd probably say to open up a conversation with the guy and be like, just want to let you know that I'm feeling a bit self-conscious, like, I just want to take it slow. Probably make you feel better, and it'll probably make you realise that, like, you're in the same boat. You're also not a porn star. Sex isn't about how it looks. It's about how it feels, and it's about connecting with that person. Like, try not to put the pressure on yourself for it to be good. You know, the first few times you're not going to be good, and you might not even enjoy it to the full extent. You might not actually be strangers, but like, physically you're strangers, you're getting to know each other's bodies. Like, it's going to take time. If a guy actually likes you, they won't care about your lumps and bumps. They won't care what your face is looking like. They won't care if you're not wearing nice lingerie. Like, who actually cares? They just want to get close to you and like have that connection. Like, with experience, when I felt really self-conscious and really like small, they haven't been the right person for me, and it hasn't been the right time. Next question, the guy I'm seeing is liking girls' Instagram photos. What do I do? This is the worst situation in the world, and I've had it. Why in the world is your guy liking girls' Instagram photos? Please just ask yourself, would your future husband like girls' Instagram photos? Absolutely not. It'd be different if like the girl is like a family friend or a cousin or something like that. Please bring it up with your boyfriend and tell him that it's absolutely ridiculous. Obviously say it in a nice way. If he's not the right person for you, he'll probably say something on the lines of this: oh, I just like what I see. Oh, but I'm not chatting to her, so it doesn't mean anything. I accidentally liked it. There's actually a dog in the photo and I like the dog, so I like the photo. No, there's no excuse at all. There's no excuse. It's the most disgusting thing. It's disrespectful, and it makes you feel horrible, especially if the girls are like bikinis and stuff like that. Like, how rude. Jacob doesn't even have Instagram, but if he did, he would not like girls' Instagram photos. He wouldn't follow girls that he didn't know. I just think it's so disrespectful, and you're very valid to feel disgusted by it. This Diet Coke is just hitting. How to not feel behind when all my mates are in relationships and I never had a boyfriend. I was a late bloomer. I was the last person to have a boyfriend. I was the last person to kiss a boy. When I was in high school and there was house parties, I was the girl helping people when they were throwing up. I was the girl like cleaning up after everybody in a house party. Like, I was never that girl that any guy wanted to kiss. No guys ever looked at me because I hadn't really bloomed. I didn't really know who I was, to be honest, and I felt so behind. I literally felt like there was something wrong with me. Eventually, you know, I went to uni and guys started liking me, guys started taking attention to me, and what I realised is that there was nothing wrong with me. It just wasn't the right time. There was nothing wrong with you if you haven't done stuff with a guy. Absolutely nothing wrong with you. It is just not the right time, and it will happen. Like, you would rather it happen when it's at the right time. There's just no rush at all. The fact that you never had a boyfriend is absolutely fine. Like, you will meet somebody. You're telling me that you're gonna get to 80 years old and never have a boyfriend? Absolutely not. You could meet the love of your life at 30 and then have 60 plus years with them. There is absolutely no rush. And to be honest with you, your friends are in a relationship right now, but they might get out of a relationship. They might be single. Then you might meet somebody. Like, it's not a race. You can meet your person at literally 35 years old and be set for life. Like, I understand, because like when you're in your 20s, when you're in your teens, like you want that love story, but you would rather just save your heartbreak. Like, the longer you wait, the less likely you're actually going to have a heartbreak. So I think just take this time to just focus on yourself and get excited to meet your person. Like, just because it's not right in front of you right now doesn't mean it's not around the corner. Like, you can meet your person tomorrow, next week, in a few years time, and you don't want to waste that single time wishing that it was here right now, because you're going to have it, and then one day you're going to look back at your single time and be like, oh, I wish I enjoyed that more, I wish I was more in the moment. Like, you are going to meet your person. Everybody meets somebody. Your person is out there, but that person could be in a relationship right now. It's just the stars need to align. First guy that I ever kissed, I feel like I rushed into it just because I wanted to have that ticked off. I just wish that I waited. Like, you're not missing out on anything, do you know what I mean? Like, I know that is hard though, like when all your friends are in relationships, on a Saturday night they will want to hang out with their boyfriends, and that's totally valid. You need to make some single friends, because those single friends will go out with you, they'll have pamper parties, they'll have movie nights, and you won't feel alone. Like, just because your friends are in a relationship and you're not, there's nothing wrong with you, okay? You are lovable, you are enough, and you will meet the right person, and they will give you the whole world, and it'll be so worth the wait, I promise you. Last question, not sure where to go on a first date with a guy after he ignored me for 3 days. If this is a first date with a guy and he's ignored you for 3 days, I don't know, because on a dating app, like, sometimes you just don't talk for a few days. That person could be your future person. Like, I would say to still go on the date if he's being really nice about it. Like, if you're on like a 3rd, 4th date with a guy and then he ignored you for 3 days, then I'd say never talk to the guy again. But because you're going on a first date and he's ignored you for 3 days, I think it's okay in my opinion, because you don't know the person and you've not got that mutual respect yet. I think it's a bit icky, like, it's not nice. Like, Jacob never did that at the start and I would be turned off. But I don't think it's make or break. If he's pursuing you and if he's chasing you still, I think just give him a chance. That's my opinion. I guess that is it for this video. If you liked it, please let me know. It actually means the whole world. I'm loving filming these videos. I feel like it just comes very naturally. Like, I wanted to do YouTube for so many years, but finally I feel like I've got what I wanted to say. Like, I've got the words now to talk to this camera. So if you like it, please give us a thumbs up. Let me know what you think. Let me know what other videos you want me to do. I want to do another week in the life. We'll just keep on filming and we'll see what you guys like. I'm trying it all out. Give me a subscribe, I'd appreciate it so much, and I'll see you next week.